The Ape Escape main theme features a tenor saxophone, and so I can kind of try to play it here, but so that's basically the main theme, and that's not using a whole lot of articulations. It's just some shorts and longs, but you work it into a track, and it sounds like this. So that was like tenor to clarinet to Barry. Was that track?
So basically, what you just played live is identical to what's
Yeah.
in the final.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean. And the cool thing about it is, even though there are staccato and staccatissimo articulations, like, even without them, the short notes sound great by themselves, and you kind of use a combination of, like, to start a phrase, I don't use an articulation, but to end it, I'll use a staccato. So, or it's just a preference thing. But even without articulations, it sounds really great, and it's totally true legato. I mean, even if you. And that's what I mean about triggering an articulation live. Like, you can hold a note, and then whenever you feel like letting it fall, you can just throw the articulation in, or you can fall up whenever you want to hit it. Usually before now, I'd have to pick samples that would, in the file name, it would say straight to fall 6 seconds, straight to fall 2 seconds, straight to fall 9 seconds, And it's like, I don't want to have 50 mini channels for whatever I might need, because I never know what I'll need. And this way, you can just like trigger it whenever you want to. It just makes the workflow quick. I've got one instrument, one MIDI channel that has a ton of different articulations. One of my favorite one is the trumpet. It's just amazing. It just sounds real. It's just musical. You can just play with it all day. The clarinet is just gorgeous. It goes into a really nice vibrato. Awesome. Workflow-wise, I mean, these things sound so good by themselves. I rarely have to go back and fix things. I think the only thing that I've found myself doing is to make sure that all my notes are legato. Like, if I really want the instrument to sound realistic, and it's usually user error on my part when it's not sounding right, it's because of how I'm playing it. It's not because of the instrument. So if I'm playing a passage with a lot of notes and I listen back to it and I'm like, I missed a couple, I'll just go into Logic and I just say make this whole MIDI region legato, and then everything sounds great. So workflow-wise, I'm not having to go back and fix stuff. It's just great. And what I love about it is it's the same articulations for every instrument. So if I want a unison line with everybody playing the same articulations, I can program, a tenor sax, and then I can copy that tenor sax to soprano and alto and bari if I want, and trumpet, and it's gonna carry over. It's like if I take this tenor, so here's the by itself. And if you look here on this screen, you zoom out. Here's all the articulations down here, and here's the notes. And because the articulations are the same in every instrument, I can just copy this instrument to the alto part and play both of these together. And you can do the same thing for trumpets and everything else. And if you find that you want it up an octave, it's pretty simple. You just have to, like, let's say I want this on the soprano sax, which obviously has a much higher range. You can't do a global transpose because you'll transpose all your key switches too. So what I do is I go select all the notes and then deselect the key switches. And then I'm kind of old school, so I'm sure there's a faster way to do it, but I'll grab this and go like that. So say I want to put this on the trumpet too. So now they're all play together. Let's listen to the trumpet by itself. I've got so I had to turn the plunger off of the trumpet. So now I should actually put this up an octave, because that'll sound cool. So deselect the key switches and go back in and so now I've got trumpet, tenor, soprano all together.